Very good morning to all the viewers of Q News English with Vijay Rana and Deepak from our studios out here in Bangalore. And today our TV cum PC was facing some challenges, and the Adobe Acrobat actually gave us a lot of trouble. But we are back in action, although a bit late. In fact, quite a bit late by 1.5 hours. So that took us quite some time to get this restarted and everything in place. But now we are back, and let's go through our very comprehensive Shanarthi Telangana, what they have to say. So a lot of fraud out there happening, a lot of, politics is also in politics. Heat up in Madhya Pradesh, another poll-bound state, Madhya Pradesh, and the number of seats whooping more than 200, I think 230 seats. Let's see how many seats are there. Yes, there are 230 seats, out of which Congress claims they will be winning 150 seats. That's the level of confidence for none other than our very own Rahul Gandhi. And besides him, just besides him, we have Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi along with the Tir Kaman, on the eve of Diwali. Now that's a symbol that Sri Ram used to carry. And let's see what Congress leaders accused the BJP of toppling his party government in Madhya Pradesh in 2020 by purchasing MLAs. So Rahul Gandhi says MLAs were purchased, and owing to which they lost the election. Let's see, addressing an election rally in Vidisha, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi accused the BJP of orchestrating the downfall of his party government in Madhya Pradesh back in 2020 through the alleged purchase of MLAs. He expressed confidence that the grand old party would secure around 150 seats of the 230 in state assembly elections on November 17th. So 2 days from now, and he's certain that 150 seats will be secured. Anticipate, what is the guarantee that this time BJP will not purchase the MLA, sir? They might. So what have you done to overcome that problem? If at all that problem happened, if at all BJP did purchase, let's assume for a minute they did purchase the MLAs, then what is the counter? How are you countering? How are you going to counter that? And the people elected a Congress government, but BJP leaders including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Union Minister Amit Shah allegedly purchased MLAs and snatched away our government. Highlighting the Congress approach in Karnataka and Himachal Pradesh, Gandhi contrasted it with the BJP's governance in Karnataka, calling it a 40% cut government. He claimed, after the Congress came to power, I urged the Karnataka Chief Minister to return the money that BJP government had allegedly taken from the pockets of the poor over a span of 5 years. So how will that be done? I emphasized the need to redistribute the funds to the impoverished, which the BJP had supposedly favored towards the wealthy. On the other hand, Prime Minister Narendra Modi playfully dubbed Congress MP Rahul Gandhi as the leader of fools. What did I just read, Deepak? During the culmination of his vigorous election campaign in Madhya Pradesh, this came after Modi, the Bharatiya Janata Party's star campaigner, engaged with tribal communities, forcing a political storm in favor of BJP in the state. And both the parties are very, very confident, and they are lashing out at each other. On one hand, Pradhan Mantri Modi went on, this was to say, leader of fools. I think it's not been directed, it's not a direct, but yeah, the news says, dubbed Congress MP Rahul Gandhi as leader of fools. Okay. Addressing 3 poll rallies in Betul, Shajapur and Jhabua in single day, Modi concluded his whirlwind tour with a lively roadshow in Indore on the eve of assembly polls. Taking a dig at Gandhi's remarks about China-made mobile phones being used in India, Modi quipped, "In which world does the Murkhon ke Sardar live?" He might have said it in Hindi, कि मूर्खों के सरदार कौन सी दुनिया में रहते हैं. That is because Rahul Gandhi said every cell phone is made in China that we use. But Modi said that we have been manufacturing cell phones, not only manufacturing, but we have been exporting cell phones as well. Yes, there was a dominance of China earlier, and every phone that you would see, be it your iPhone as well, there used to be a mark out there. He is right, but the times have changed now, and India is, I think, one of the leading manufacturers of cell phones today. And notice to Kejriwal, AAP's posts or detailed news is there. But on the right hand side, I see, before I move on, let me just quickly address our viewers out there. Ram Babu says very good morning, and Kasi Reddy Vajramma is also here along with us. So welcome viewers, and let's move on to see what Priyanka Gandhi had to say on Children's Day. So 14th November marks the happy birthday for Jawaharlal Nehru as well. Sorry for pronouncing it in this fashion, but on Children's Day today, let us remind ourselves that we have failed the thousands of children that are being massacred in Palestine every moment. We must all raise our voices and demand an end to the horrendous violence being committed against them. And this is what Priyanka Gandhi Vadra had to say on the eve of Children's Day. But don't you think that this is a very, very biased comment that comes in from her? Is she a supporter of Hamas? Is the direct question that one can ask. Because when the atrocities were perpetrated by Hamas on the children, when they were being burnt alive, we did not get to read any tweet from her. We did not get to read. Yes, there are, children are being killed out there, but then who started it all? And are the Israeli children not children? Why this biased approach, ma'am? And you are a top leader, in the country. You belong to the top opposition party, and if you do this, now she should have condemned the killing of children across the globe or within Israel as well. Why don't you condemn Hamas for actually mutilating the children? Their throats were slit. They were burnt alive. Children were burnt alive. Why you did not? Do we need the occasion of happy birthday of Jawaharlal Nehru to sing the song in favor of Palestinians? Israelis are not human beings. So that's the big question that arises. Why she did not criticize Hamas? Why is it only about Palestinians? Criticism should be there about every atrocity that is being done, be it from the side of Israel or be it from the side of Hamas. So they started this. Israel is going to end it, ma'am. That is for sure. Whatever you say, how much ever you wish for, Israel is not going to stop unless and until they eradicate Gaza, and rightly so. They should be doing that. Moving on, what do we have from Joe Biden? And on the eve of Diwali, Joe Biden is actually, there is a huge vote bank of Indians out there in United States of America, and they are one of the most important lobbies out there, and it becomes mandatory for any leader to address them. So does Joe Biden, and he says, over the course of generation, South Asian Americans have woven Diwali traditions into the fabric of our nation, symbolizing the message of seeking the light of wisdom, love and unity over the darkness of ignorance, hate and division. So now he is impressed by the thought process behind Diwali. Now he knows the reasons, or he might have researched as to why Indians celebrate Diwali, and what a way to express. So very nicely put across by Joe Biden, the US president. What do we have here from UNSG, Secretary General of United Nations, the world is failing to get a grip on the climate crisis. Inch by inch progress will not do. It is time for climate ambition supernova in every country, city and sector. Governments must not only agree to what stronger climate actions will be taken, but also start showing exactly how to deliver them. Now, we should be actually focusing on this, because the index of air and the polluted air index of Delhi is taking a nose dip now. And let's move on. In fact, did I come to page 2 already? All right, so this is the page 1. And notice to Kejriwal for AAP's post. Now, in this battle, wherein one party is lashing out at other, AAP Act also went a step ahead, and the Election Commission on Tuesday issued a show cause notice to Arvind Kejriwal, the chief of Aam Aadmi Party, in response to alleged disparaging remarks made by the party against Prime Minister Narendra Modi on its social media platform. Kejriwal, serving as the national convener of AAP, has been asked to address the charge of violating the poll code by November 16th. The notice specifically directed to the AAP's national convener, who is also Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, comes in wake of complaint filed by the BJP on November 10th. The BJP had approached the Election Commission urging action against AAP for sharing very unacceptable and unethical video clip and remarks on social media platform targeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So there was a video that was put up by AAP, the Aam Aadmi Party, and it had something to do with the Prime Minister of India, and that has not been taken well by the BJP, and they have filed a case and he has been summoned. And reports indicate Delhi CS in rupees 850 crore scam. So yet another scam, after the liquor scam. Now Delhi government has to face this as well. Delhi Vigilance Minister Atishi, who spearheaded an investigation into alleged corruption involving Chief Secretary Naresh Kumar and Dwarka Expressway project. So whenever, it's a common thing. We see whenever there is an outer ring road or there is any construction that is happening in any of the states, be it Telangana, be it Andhra Pradesh, or be it New Delhi as well. Whenever there is a construction that is happening, there is an alleged scam associated with it. And here is another one, and it is said that a 670-page preliminary report to Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was submitted, and according to the sources, the report suggests that the investigation uncovered instances where Naresh Kumar allegedly facilitated illicit profits amounting to rupees 850 crores for a company associated with his son. All right, so favors are being done to the family members. That's what, and we have Sara Chief Subrata Roy, no more. He passed away owing to his ill health, and I think it was the cardiac arrest, and he was in Mumbai, and really sad. So our condolences for the departed soul. And the news from Gaza reads as 179 buried in mass grave at Gaza hospital. So there was a mass grave for the children that was, prepared because the oxygen supplies were not adequate, and those children they were newborn babies, they had to be cremated, and this is how they were cremated. Now let's read. The director of Gaza's largest hospital, Al-Shifa. Point to be noted out here, people, is Al-Shifa has also been used as a center for perpetrating all the crimes. It was used as a headquarter as well. Beneath the hospital there are tunnels, and a lot of arsenal was also found out there, owing to which the Israeli forces did not allow, or in fact they wanted to kill the terrorists of Hamas, but then the collateral damage happened, and at least 179 people have been buried in a mass grave on the hospital premises. We were forced to bury them uh, in a mass grave, said the director Muhammad Abu Salmiya. He said that 7 babies and 29 ICU patients are amongst those buried. Meanwhile, the Hamas-run Palestinian Health Ministry late on Monday said at least 34 patients have died in the Al-Shifa hospital. Now, the point to be noted is who is reporting this, It is not coming in from Israel or any other news agency. It is the Hamas-run Palestinian Health Ministry. So it is being run by Hamas only. So how can we be sure of the number that they are actually portraying? Is that number correct? Is there any validation that can be done? That's the most important point out here. The ministry said that 7 newborns were among the dead, adding it was difficult to evacuate patients and injured people from the hospital, which is under siege, and frequent attacks from the Israeli army. Yes, there will be attacks. There will be frequent attacks, and the frequency needs to be increased more because Hamas is hiding beneath your hospital. So they will not leave any stone unturned. Please understand, Al-Shifa Hospital presently has over 60 patients in its ICU and tends to more than 40 infants as its neonatal ward and overseas. Alright, so those are the numbers related to the Al-Shifa hospital, and this is their capacity. I think more than 50,000 people were taking shelter out there. So there is a window of 4 hours given to those people to evacuate and move out of the area which is under siege. But again, the terrorists of Hamas do not allow them to move out. They opened fire at them. So we could see that in the videos. And India out to end semis jinx against New Zealand. So India, now today the important match is going to be held, and will it be India's 10th back-to-back victory or 10th consecutive victory in the World Cup? And if that happens, now there is a jinx as well, that India loses in semis despite performing really well for the qualifiers. But India's unstoppable journey to the World Cup League stage, marked by 9 consecutive wins, paints a dazzling picture. Yet, as history rests like a polished antique in a display case, the hosts brace themselves for a high-stakes showdown against familiar adversaries, New Zealand, in the semi-finals on Wednesday. The echoes of 2019 heartbreak in Manchester may linger as a vexing reminder for the host nation. The Kiwis, having outclassed India in the ICC WTC final in 2021, further solidify their grip over their rivals in global events. Nevertheless, the Indian squad has demonstrated resilience to transcend uncomfortable histories. However, realization that any misstep at the Wankhede Stadium would reverberate as national catastrophe, shattering the hopes of 1 billion, adds weight to their shoulders. Well, you play relaxed. We are okay with anything. You guys have done a fantastic job. Every Indian is proud of their team. So please do not take any pressure and play the game with the spirit. That's what we would urge for and we'll be looking forward to. And also in Uttarakhand, 40 workers were trapped in a tunnel which collapsed, and now they are trying to use the pipes to actually get them out. Now, rescue workers at the site after tunnel collapsed in the Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand. Rescue workers on Tuesday began the process of inserting wide steel pipes through the rubble to bring out the 40 laborers trapped inside for 2 days as of now. And in a very, very welcome step from NIA, the properties are being seized. Anybody who indulges in terrorism or supports terrorism does not have the right to own anything in the state of India. Let's see, the National Investigation Agency on Tuesday took decisive action by seizing properties linked to 2 key operatives of Lashkar-e-Taiba. These individuals are accused of aiding the escape of Pakistani terrorist Naved Jat from police custody in 2018. Why did it take almost 5 years to take this step? This should have been done on day one when the when this was proved. And when a police team was attacked at Srinagar hospital. In an official statement, the NIA declared its commitment to combating terrorist organizations and operatives in Kashmir. The agency disclosed that it had attached 8 properties, 5 belonging to Mohammad Shafi Wani and 3 to Muhammad Tikka Khan, resident of Singhu, Narbal. Now, altogether 8 properties. Now, kind of money that they were getting. You know, I have parental or ancestral property, but I do not have 8 properties or 5 properties or 3 or 4. You know, that's really terrible. You know, these terrorists have 5 and 3, 8 properties. You know, 2 of them share 8 properties amongst themselves. So imagine the kind of money, the amount of money they were taking to commit these crimes, and you snatch away that money from them. This money belongs to Indians. You have killed people, and this terrorist that you freed might have gone ahead and killed many more people. So you take money over the dead bodies of Indians. You don't deserve a property at the first place. And that is what is being done now. And yes, I was discussing this. Delhi grapples with worsening air quality. And this is how they are trying to address it. Now sprinklers are being used. So water is being sprinkled across Delhi so that the air remains, the pollution remains in control. Also, let's see, Sahara chief dead, and a day with children. So President Draupadi Murmu interacts with children from various schools in New Delhi, and heavy rain / Tamil Nadu. Holiday for schools in many districts. The skies over Chennai are anticipated to unleash the initial intense phase of northeast monsoon in the state, and we can see it is becoming very difficult for the commuters. You know, it's water is, I think, of knee length almost, you know, and very difficult to commute in such situations. So that is why. And we have Lakshman along with Durgam Sandeep, Durga Bhavani Sunita, Arvind with Naveen Kota, and Shuprabhat coming in from the Dheere Dheere Re Mana, Dheere Sab Kuch Hoye, Mali Sinche 100 Ghada, Ritu Aaye Phal Hoye. So I don't need to read that in totality because I already know this. And by this, what we mean is slow and steady wins the race. And only time. So everything happens in due course of time. It takes time for, and it's a big thing, you know, that's written so simply. Now here, the writer is actually, और हिंदी में कहें तो कवि यहाँ पर क्या कहना चाहते हैं, संदर्भ सहित उसकी व्याख्या अगर की जाए तो यहाँ पे कहना चाहते हैं कि धीरे धीरे रे मना, हे मन, सब कुछ धीरे धीरे ही होता. Because the fastest traveling thing philosophically is your मन. आपका मन जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा तेज गति से आगे बढ़ता है. And it can that is what he says. So be calm, be stable, and everything is going to happen. Don't rush. That is what is being. And Mali Siche 100 Ghada, Ritu Aaye Phal Hoye. By this, what he means is, look at the plantations. Mali is your gardener. So he will keep on watering the plants for years and years and years. But only when the right time comes, the plant will deliver fruits. Ritu Aaye Phal Hoye. Only when the season comes, the fruits will ripen. So that's what it means in short. So that was kind of thought for the day. And we have Deccan Chronicle out here where we have KCR saying, if you vote Congress to power, Congress will end the welfare, says Chief Minister. Now there are different welfare schemes that have been launched by BRS. How successful they are, that's the question that the audiences from Telangana needs to answer. You have the chat section out there. I'm not creating any poll for now, but please do write about the schemes that benefited you or your parents or your relatives who are into agriculture. So a lot of them were focused towards the farmers. So please do share your thoughts, people, about this. And will this end? Will Congress end these schemes? In fact, they have come up with their own schemes. And what Revanth Reddy, we have them side by side. BJP is also there, and BJP says our next CM in Telangana will be a backward class CM. That's the point that they have taken up to address the majority population in Telangana. And KTR says avoid Kaun Banega CM show. BRS working president and minister KTR on Tuesday said that people will be forced to witness a Kaun Banega CM spectacle if the Congress is voted to power in the assembly elections, with prospects of the new chief minister every 6 months. So he says in every 6 months you will see a new chief minister if Congress is voted to power. No, I don't think that will be the case. But Ramarao said people should be wary of Congress. 6 guarantees that will be impossible to implement. So I also have a great list out here. If I go to Indian Express or the Hindu. Let's go back to Hindu. First page to ads. I think second is BRS. Now second is also ads. This time around, yeah, it is BRS. So they have depicted the water problem that existed in Telangana, Yalandu Mandal, Bhadadri district. So this is what used to be the situation out there, and now they have water tanks and people are able to get water out there. And Telangana is in 2014 used to look like this, and now the temple has been developed. Narsimha Swami temple has been developed. They are highlighting the infrastructure. Now people in India are very much religion oriented. Now who says they are not playing the religion based politics? Now this clearly indicates the development of temple out there. Well, it is a welcome step, but then people around this area will definitely feel happy, and imagine the kind of employment this would have created for the craftsmen, for the laborers, and the kind of money that has been spent. I think everything, if it was done with a well planned and well intended hand, then it will definitely benefit the locals out there. And then he has highlighted the high-tech city Kukatpalli before 2014 used to look like this, and now it looks like this. I see a train out there. Okay. Well, even now it looks like this. Last month I was here, and even now it looks like this. Because it's not about the infrastructure that was developed. Definitely it was developed much more than what it used to be earlier. But the traffic situation is still, if you go to high-tech city, then it is very difficult to commute out there, especially during the peak hours. Try reaching your office at 9 a.m. in the morning and try reaching your home at 6 in the morning. At least 2 hours you will be stuck in traffic. So that's the state of affairs for now, but only during the peak hours. During the day, definitely there is a respite. And moving on. Yeah, I was actually at the Deccan Chronicle. And what Congress has to say now, KCR says KCR mocks Revanth for saying 3 hours of power is enough for agriculture. So there was a logic that was shared by Revanth Reddy, who said if the farmers use 10 horsepower pumps, they'll be able to irrigate their land within 3 hours. Owing to which they said which farmer uses 10 horsepower, they use 2 or 3 or 5 horsepower pumps. That is what they are referring to. Now KCR will grab farmland. That was an equation that was done, but that's okay. That's their job. Whatever Congress says. So my request, or what I would like to see is what different BRS does this time. Do they have a card up their sleeve to steal the show? Because Congress's 6 promises, and I can see that happening in Karnataka. I reside here. I see that those promises, every attempt is being made to fulfill all the promises. They are doing it. Majority of them have already been addressed. I can see that in the electricity bills. People are paying 2 rupees or 25 rupees or 27 rupees. I have the copy of the bills as well to show. And I was shocked to see, that the way they have been implementing these policies. So and Congress will not leave any stone unturned as well. They will take these examples. They have invited the CM, Mr. Siddaramaiah, CM of Karnataka, to actually address the gatherings in Telangana as well, so that they can give an example that we will roll out a similar model. Now BRS is trying to counter that. What is the need to counter Congress? You have to highlight what you have done. Yes, a small counter like this can be there, about the pumps. That point, can be made on a lighter note. But at a bigger level, you have your achievements to talk about. So why don't you highlight that? That is what I would like to look at. But that's only my wish. The parties have their own think tanks and they will have a direction in mind probably. So they are going to do what they have planned to do. So right now their plan is to attack Congress, and Congress plans to attack KCR, and they say they will grab the farmland in Kamareddy, says Revant Reddy. TPCC Chief A. Revant Reddy on Tuesday accused Chief Minister KCR of planning to grab farmers' lands, alleging this was his motive to contest from Kamareddy's seat. So a lot of threat being aired by different parties. So one says the beneficial schemes will be eradicated. The other party says you will lose your land. So nobody talks about regaining the land, that whatever land has been illegally occupied, you will get it back. Nobody talks about that. Why? A friend of mine, he spent nearly 10 years fighting a case for his own land that was grabbed. No government will actually promise that you will get back your land. No one is doing that. That we will assure that any grabbed land will be returned back to the rightful owner. Justice will prevail. Everybody is saying you might lose your land, you might lose the benefits. So now it is about not giving anything but saving what has been given to you. All right, let's see. Building owner present when the fire started. This news pertains to the fire that broke out in the Balaji complex in Telangana, and 9 people were actually killed out there. But the building owner did try, and he has had a cardiac arrest. He wanted to remove the chemicals. As soon as the fire started, there were workers also. They did try to remove the chemicals, but they failed to do so, owing to the the speed or pace at which the fire actually increased, and they were not able to control the same. So they wanted to remove the chemicals, but they all suffocated as well, and they ran out. And on the way, he also had a cardiac arrest. So he is now in hospital, and police is actually monitoring the situation right now. And we have Sonia Gandhi along with Mallikarjun Kharge on Pandit Nehru's birth anniversary, and so they are at Shantivan, and they are paying homage to Jawaharlal Nehru. And Amit Shah says OBCs got important role only with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So they are highlighting their work out there. And Rahul predicts 150 seats for Congress, and 6 months jail for adulteration mooted. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Home Affairs has recommended a minimum imprisonment of 6 months for those selling adulterated food or drinks, along with a minimum fine of rupees 25,000. Use capital to fight caste system, KTR tell Dalits. And Delhi makes Congress CM's BRS. 2,800 Kenyan friend TS poll. Harish, Transport Board for Workers. Transport Board for Workers in 3rd term. And this is an important one. Finance Minister T. Harish Rao addressing a gathering in Hyderabad on Tuesday. The BRS on Tuesday promised better days for auto rickshaw drivers and transport sector workers by setting up special board to handle their requirements. Senior BRS leader and Minister T. Harish Rao said on Tuesday The new board will be set up if the BRS returns to power. So now what BRS is trying to do, now they are trying to cater to all the segments, to all the major vote banks, be it the auto drivers, be it the women folks in Telangana, or be it the farmers, or be it the backward classes. So now they are trying to, that's a very good strategy out there being exhibited. We would love to see what is the plan of Congress, how they are going to strategize their campaign. They do have 6 guarantees. People are in awe of 6 guarantees. And the incumbency factor also plays against BRS. So we'll have to see, will the people of Telangana vote for a change this time? That is the only negative factor, or else, is Congress able to highlight the shortcomings of BRS? Be it, the Medigada barrage that is causing a lot of, that will be a negative point for them. Now, infra works poor in Mitchell, says locals, and this is the state. Around 6,500 metric tons of waste generated every day is sent to Jawahar Nagar for recycling. Oh, that's really, overwhelming to see this. BRS Congress move voters in Mitchell. All about elections out there. So with that, people, it's already 9:04 and time for us to call it a day from our studios, and we will be back tomorrow, hopefully on time, because the issues are being rectified as they crop up, and life is all about challenges that come across our way, and we need to face them. Farmers are the backbone of our Bharat. Government neglected since independence, and farmers should be treated like kings. Please don't vote for KCR car BRS. So Raja has to say, please do not vote for BRS. So he's urging everybody not to vote for BRS. So that's his thought. And Naveen Kota says yes, because it is very right, and there was a nara that was given, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. So they are equated with the defense forces, with the army people. So that's the equation that was drawn by Lal Bahadur Shastri. So yes, they do play a very important role, rightly said by Naveen Kota. Otherwise, we will not have ample food if we do not facilitate agriculture. And since childhood we have been taught भारत एक कृषि प्रधान देश है. भारत की 70% आबादी कृषि से अपना जीवन यापन करती है. That was taught to us when we were a child. When I was a child, this is what I was taught, that 70% of our population resides in villages. So I'm a 90s kid, by the way. So that is the era I'm talking about. And Shashidhar Rao is also in here wishing us all a hello. So hello Shashidhar Rao. And at that note, people, I would like to call it a day, and thank you so much for joining in, and please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We need your support, and please do share with your loved ones, with your friends, so that we can also grow. And well, thank you so much. Please do not forget to hit the like button as well. So that's why I keep forgetting myself as to I have to say this on a daily basis. That's what the trend is on YouTube. You need to say, you need to ask for, please do like, share and subscribe. Press that bell icon. That's how a lot of YouTubers say this. That's the trend. I'm trying to follow the trend as well. So please do support me. And this is Vijay Rana signing off with Deepak for now. Jai Hind. And Deepak from our studios out here in Bangalore. And today our TV cum PC was facing some challenges, and the Adobe Acrobat actually gave us a lot of trouble. But we are back in action, although a bit late, in fact quite a bit late.